It makes me think of.
Alright. I don't know if anyone's gonna watch this, but we're live on my YouTube channel. I don't know if you guys want to promote it. Tell Joe so you can go and promote it. We'll go online, check it out.
Super. That's what it shows in Spanish.
Alright.
And then next week there's a new Prodigy
Just want to start yelling.
Alright. I don't know. You're gonna just start yelling?
Just start chanting. Javi.
Superman, Batman, Marvel Knights, and Web of Carnage. Oh, we got one live person. All right.
That's kind of good. So it's half and half Marvel DC.
Oh, it's the heel. He's on. What's going on? Heel. Tell your friends about us. I didn't promote this on my Twitter or anything like that. I should have. I should maybe go to my Twitter and promote it, but it's too late. We already started. We're gonna tell the people.
I'll do other people promote on Twitter while they're already streaming.
Do they?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Well, they have a computer.
Right.
I don't know if I can do all that and record this. I probably could. But, you know, we'll just go with that.
about raising children. His name was Dr.
No other shit for Harvey to sit on.
And there was an episode in Alien Nation. There was an episode where the wife got pregnant. And
Alright,
the way they
hopefully
gave
Javi
birth
brings
is that they would
an extra
transfer the baby
cable
to
because I
the
have a
pouch
mic
that
that
the
we
men
can just
had.
plug into.
So
But for
he
now,
had
we're
a
just going
pouch
to go
and he
ahead
put the
and
baby
get
in the
going.
pouch. And then he was pregnant for the last 4 months. So he was going around.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again, it is that time of the week. 90 Miles from Comics. I'm your host, Chad. And we don't have everyone here.
We're missing people.
Yeah, we're missing some people, but it's alright. We got the people that are here.
People took the holidays off.
Yeah, and it's been a crazy holiday.
Yes.
Right? Hasn't it?
Sales have been nuts.
You know, everywhere. People have been out and about. We've been out and about. We're even getting these episodes up soon, so hopefully you'll see all those. And I'm actually live on my YouTube channel right now. I didn't even promote it. I just kind of like, yo, I'm gonna go live. So maybe next week when we do this, I'll promote it. We'll get some more people watching us. But we're going live on the YouTube channel, Chad90MF Comics. So check that out if you haven't done that yet. And as you guys heard, he needs no introduction. He rolls out his own red carpet, except for his wedding.
Except for my wedding. I can't wait.
Yeah. Is Kevin to the core. Kevin, what's going on, Mr. Red Carpet?
Good. Spent a lot of money on today and Black Friday and Cyber Monday with Comixology, man.
Yeah.
They killed me with those sales.
Yeah, there was a lot of sales this week.
Dude, like 80% off on volumes. I got Immortal Hulk because of your recommendation. Old Man Hawkeye, a bunch of Image books. Crazy.
Yeah, all the ones that you made.
Yeah, it's super crazy. Damn, I don't know what just happened with the sound, because now it's super loud in my headphones.
There
It almost like blew out my ears. That was crazy.
And that was not me yelling.
No, that was crazy. Maybe I need batteries in this headphone. Alright, cool. Now that I'm half.
It's so excellent.
Justin, what's going on, bro?
Not much. I've just been spending way too much money.
Yeah, haven't we all?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with you buying comics.
Yeah.
And Justin told me he bought a fucking TV too.
Yeah?
So you can see those 4K superheroes.
4K superheroes. So
Yeah.
you finally got a 4K TV. Sweet. Well, welcome to the 4K living. Yo, what's going on, Marcos? So Javi has arrived. We need to get Javi a mic set up. I have a mic over here, Javi. I know you have a cable. And he brought a good friend of his and a friend of mine, Marcos. What's going on, brother? And we're actually live on my YouTube channel. I don't know how many people are watching us. I still think it's just Joe, but we're just trying this out for the first time.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna check it out, see if it saves and posts, and see if we can get some views on it. But we want to thank everyone for joining us. So Javi's here, Marcos is here, and nope, wrong end.
Joe should
Oh.
retweet.
Shit, Joe should retweet while we're over here. That's right.
He said he's watching.
Yeah, I know, but he should like let people know that we're here and we're doing this. But also, the newest staple of our show, Chris from Mad Cave Studios. What's going on, bro?
Hey guys, it's me again.
Is it you again?
Yeah, it's me.
All right, for sure.
I try to be here sometimes.
I see you twice. Everyone's in.
Pretty much.
Picking up books.
Picking up
And then
books.
when we come back, we do a podcast.
Yeah.
So once again, thank you for being here.
Ah, no worries.
And thank you, because actually, and I know this is terrible, but we haven't given our winner his giveaway books yet.
Really?
But I do have, well, I had to go find it and dig it up in all
Yeah.
my books. So I found the first appearance that I'm giving him. I gotta see if Javi has anything to throw into the lot. And Chris was able to donate a Knights of the Golden Sun.
All right.
So we can at least reveal that he's getting that. So that will be in his.
You hear that, Philip? You're
Yeah.
at least getting that.
Yeah. So you're getting Knights of the Golden Sun. You'll have a surprise first appearance as well, and hopefully it's going to be one more book in that lot. So I will get that into your box this week because I do believe he has a pull box here. Correct?
I don't know.
I think so. I'm going to ask Tom before we leave. I have to throw his business out there. Tell you about it like that. But we'll ask Tom to see if we can get that put in his box for him, so that way the next time he comes, he's all squared away with that. So thank you, Philip, our grand winner. Thank you, Chris, for once again for joining us. And now, Javi, are we settled in now? Are you in here?
I'm in.
Oh yeah, Javi's in. All right, cool.
You want to trade spots?
Yeah, we could trade spots. My bad. I was just trying to, get the show on the road. I blew out my ears, so I brought the headsets this time, so you'll be ready
That's
to go.
awesome. I
And
was looking all over.
all over town for him. Yeah. And we got Marcos here. What's going on, Marcos?
Hey guys.
Everything cool, man?
Yeah, everything's cool. Just decided to stop by. You always keep mentioning I should come here.
Well, hey, here you are. About time, you
Yeah.
know? I don't know how caught up you are. We're going to be spoiling
Not
a
on
lot of
today's
things. Oh, yeah.
stuff,
so,
but it's alright.
Yeah, you might be spoiled on a lot of things, but
I heard you guys are gonna bring up Superman at some point. So.
yeah, on the newest run. So
Yeah.
hopefully you might have some input on that. But yeah, we got a few comics to talk about, and there's a lot of going on in the comic book world that we'll be getting to hopefully. So let me just slide on over. Or actually, Kevin, you can just slide over too, no?
That way or this way?
No, actually, no. I have to slide that way. So now we're playing musical chairs, guys. So give us one moment.
And of course, live on the YouTube.
Live
Let's
on the
make
YouTube.
all our mistakes online.
It's cool, bro. We'll make it happen.
Hey, but it's funny.
Yeah.
That's vintage
not-
quality.
It's
This is a
vintage quality, right?
professional complex.
It's 90 miles from behind the scenes.
Except it's an actual show.
Yeah.
That's true.
Chris giving everyone our secrets.
Well, it's actually a secret.
Well, once again, dropping mics. That's how I do it. All right, cool. So, as we do best, we talk comics. Now that we're all situated, moved around, done playing musical chairs, I gotta somehow figure out how to add music to that part of the segment.
Mm-hmm.
Javi, those headphones, you might want to plug them in because I was having issues with them as well for a second. And as I'm knocking over the laptop. All right, so we're gonna talk about 4 books again this week. Everyone read all 4?
No, I didn't read Carnage.
You didn't read
Oh,
all
really?
Yeah,
I just picked it up today.
All right. Oh man. All right. Well, spoiler
mean-
alerts.
It's nothing super.
All right.
revealing. It's-
Yeah, it's nothing super revealing until the end.
So yeah, you guys can't hear Javi. He revealed that there's nothing super revealing, but I guess all right. We'll just wait till we get there. How about that?
Yeah.
Do we want to wait for that to be the last book?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, cool. Do we want to go ahead and open it up with the long-awaited Superman review?
yes.
All right, cool. I know you want to talk about Kevin.
Yes.
I know Superman's normally your boy, Justin.
Yeah.
But I think he really wants to talk about that.
No. There's absolutely no one that can replace Justin's recap of Superman.
All right, fine. Then Justin, go ahead. Take it away with your Superman.
Now I gotta reacquaint myself with the book. I read it. You were overselling it last
Oh,
time, so
man.
I
Well,
read it
even
for
I
free.
remember 2 weeks later that it starts off with a vision of like a new Krypton, and it's revealed that it's a vision that Zod is having
Yeah.
of the marrying of the 2 houses of Zod and El, and with the people of Kandor, which is like that's
Yeah,
what
there's
gives away
House
that's a
Kandor.
vision, right? House Kandor, but it gives away that's like wait, they were destroyed with Rogozal, and it shows Rogozal in this vision that Zod is having, and he's like, something is wrong. I need to leave. Where I believe where is he at with Ursa?
He was part of the run on Green Lantern that I haven't gotten to yet, so he's still out there in the universe. I just don't know. where.
Right, he's somewhere, and he literally just leaves her and his son. He's
Yeah.
like, I need to go see what is this about.
And then he comes Adam Strange, who's at
So
the
good.
who's at the coordinates of Earth, and it's not there. But then they end up figuring
The
out
comic
that
He's like,
relief and
wait.
the whole time.
Yes, that is my name.
And he's trying to he's trying to figure out who he is, and he's like, wait, it's called Earth or the Earth.
I don't
That's
know
what they call
Gallo
it.
called
Yeah.
That's, he was like, that's what they call it, the Earth. You know, that's what's saying. But this was Adam Strange.
Yeah, because Adam Strange.
human. Well,
It's just he's in the suit in space in the coordinates where Earth was. It's just
Yeah.
right on Earth.
and there's no Earth now, so
Earth
yeah.
is miniaturized.
Yeah, it's
yeah, that's the
miniaturized.
reveal when Zod shows up. Is that Earth is miniaturized? They figure out, okay, the atom has something to do with this.
Yeah,
yeah, and then
and then it starts growing.
Yeah,
It starts growing back. So then, in their positions on literally polar opposite sides of the Earth, they get sucked into the Earth as it's expanding. So Adam Strange ends up in across the fucking planet, while Zod ends up in damn it, I think the Pacific Ocean, whatever. And he flies to
where the atom is.
I know where the atom is, which is Star Labs.
Yeah.
And then I love how he goes to Adam, and he's like, "Get me to the Phantom Zone now." And he's like, "Okay." He just like shoots it.
well, no,
And he's like,
he
"Was that
tell-
the right
he's-
thing?"
No, he's like, did you shrink the Earth or
Yeah.
something like that? He's like, all right, and he's like, how did you do it? He's like, shoot me with that thing now.
Yeah.
And I guess that was the thing that he used to try to shrink Earth and put it in his pocket.
But no, it's the Phantom projector.
Yeah, that's what he said. Exactly.
Yeah, he's like, "Is that the Phantom projector?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Right, shoot me and it get me there now." And I like, but like his reaction after he shoots him, he asks the other people around him, like Flash and stuff. He's like, "That was the right thing, right? Like I was supposed to shoot the bad guy."
He asked for it.
Yeah, and I thought, oh man, it was so good.
And then throughout all that, it cuts to a part where I guess like Superman's having like dialogue with himself because he like escapes from Rogal Zar. What, I can't even say his name right. I'm sorry. I know we're like 5 issues in, but my bad, Bendis. But anyway, of course he's having like this ongoing, I guess, conflict inside of him on I guess trying to like defeat this guy, and he has a moment where he sees his dad and his mom, and he has this whole thing, you know, if tests were easy, they wouldn't be tests, you know.
right,
and that
because he was having conflicting emotions of should I just go all out and just kill everyone. He even says it. He's like, well, no one here is innocent.
yeah,
Everyone here in the Phantom Zone is a criminal, has done heinous things. I could just let out, and you see his eyes glow red.
he
and everything.
starts getting super mad.
Right, and then just before you could tell that he's like about to explode, he has that vision of Ma and Pa Kent, just telling him is like, you know, ease up.
Yeah.
What have you learned? What have we taught you and stuff like that? And he like is immediately diffused.
Yeah, and then he goes confronts his, you know, I mean, it's not really his fears, but he goes and confronts his obstacle head on from that point.
yeah,
you know what I'm
he's
saying?
like, because he's telling him, he's like, so who destroyed your planet? He's
Yeah.
talking to Rogal Zod.
Yeah, like
Who destroyed it? Was it Kryptonian?
What Kryptonian destroyed your planet? Like,
Yeah.
why are you so mad at?
Yeah,
like,
because I know
Krypton?
that the bloodlust would be you want revenge.
Yeah.
And then Superman sees something in the way that Rogal Zod's talking, because he says like, oh, now I see where this is coming from, and then he kind of reverses it back onto Rogal Zod, who goes into this monologue about how he's gonna cleanse the universe and do all this stuff.
Which he's been saying since
Yeah.
Bendis is
Beginning,
like
yeah.
Man of Tomorrow, whatever.
Man of
But
Man of Steel, yeah.
and Rogal Zod's like, you'll never kill me. You'll never do this because you don't know what it's like. Like I know, to want revenge and to see the bloodlust and want to know everything. And in that exact moment, he gets smacked. He gets like a fucking atom bomb from the sky, and he's like, "You're right, creature. Kal-El is above revenge, but I," and it's General Zod is like, "I am Zod."
And that's where it got really cool. Right?
Yeah.
And I love that ending splash page of Zod.
And then I guess that's leading up to the Zod Superman team up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
And,
which is cool.
and I'm wondering, you pretty much figure they're hinting that Zod's the one that destroyed his race.
For sure.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has to be right.
Yeah.
Right.
It makes sense, right? It is like the only
Zod destroyed Krypton.
no destroyed Rogal.
Rogol Zal's
Zal's
planet, which made because that whole retcon is that Rogol Zal is responsible for Krypton being destroyed.
And then for you guys that are listening, just in case you couldn't hear, that was Marcos asking. Yeah, sorry, Marcos, since you don't have that mic. No, cool. I'm just so that you understand some people like,
yeah.
what's going on. I
In
just try to narrow
the
it.
beginning of the issue
Just grab the
where
microphone.
where Zod was having his vision, it was like right at the end. I think it was like he saw Rogol Zal in his vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he was like, "Oh shit! I guess that's."
Oh,
how
yeah,
he
and that's when
knew
he had
to
a
go
dip.
to the Phantom
Yeah, that's when
Zone.
he's like, "Yo, I'm out."
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Good call, Javi. Good call.
Fuck, I was gonna
Yo,
say
Javi's
something
caught up. I didn't even because you weren't here for the intros. I didn't
Yeah.
get to ask you. So Javi, you caught up? The answer this week? Yes.
else. Halfway.
Halfway. I mean, he's caught up on Superman. It's awesome, man.
Zod was wearing like a space mask, right? Like a breather.
Yeah,
in
like a breather.
space.
Yeah,
I thought that was weird.
but remember, Kryptonians. It's not. They can't breathe in space. They can hold their breath for a
But
really
he's-
long time.
But he in past issues he has.
I've-
in past issues.
I've read that Superman just all he needs. I'm sorry. I've read that Superman all he needs is just solar energy. Breathing isn't a thing for him. He doesn't need to eat or sleep.
Well, the eating or sleeping is correct, but the idea of them needing oxygen is still kind of there because in most cases, whenever you see Superman in space, when he's there for an extended period of time,
Starts to
he's drawn with a mask of some kind. Like if you go back to like Kingdom Come, and you see the way Alex Ross draws Superman. I mean, even sitting on the side of because there's a whole scene in that book where he's sitting on the side of the Justice League satellite in the sky, and he's talking to Wonder Woman. He's having a discussion with her, and even then, he's got like a little tiny rebreather that can refocus his oxygen. Meanwhile, she's got a huge fucking mask on.
Yeah,
It's
but-
just oxygen.
I'm sorry. But like Alex Ross's run with Kingdom Come was like Golden Age Superman. You know, with like Jay Garrick Flash and the original Green Lantern.
Yeah, but this was
Those are
all-
like very deep powered characters compared to like modern age characters.
Yeah, but this was in the future of all those worlds, and they even talk about in the book how Superman is at the height of his abilities. In the book, they talk about how even at that point, because
He
they
still needs oxygen.
well, he still no, but they said that in the book because there's a whole sub story in that book with like the future versions of Lex Luthor, and Oliver Queen is with Lex Luthor at that point, and they're asking him all the questions like, why don't we just drop a big K bomb on him? It's like he's absorbed so much solar radiation at this point, Kryptonite wouldn't even do anything to him.
But this current Superman is Golden Age Superman.
No,
No,
current
it's-
Superman is modern age Superman, and he's from Earth One.
Well-
Right now, currently, I'm caught up with like New 52, and that's Earth Prime.
But
and
see-
then there's Earth One.
But see,
Earth
Golden Age
One was before Flashpoint.
Yeah, but in
Golden
re-
Age Superman would be the one that didn't need the air breather in space. Because remember, Golden Age Superman was the one that was so overpowered that he was knocking planets out of solar
Well,
systems.
I'm just saying that in those modern age comics, I don't have a lot of Golden Age stuff. I just have the modern age. And most of them, Superman does not have a mask in space. He flies across the universe.
Most of the time, yeah, they draw him without it because he has extremely powerful lung capacity. He can hold his breath for extremely long
Nobody
amounts of
wants
time.
Like
to
the
draw that.
longest feat, I think,
Yeah.
if he is holding his breath, I
They
think the
don't
longest
know
feat is 60 days. And that's what I saw in like the New 52 right after he defeated Brainiac and Doomsday. He like got pulled into a
yeah, but New 52 Superman is not real Superman.
Well, it's not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
But he
Yeah.
was a representation of the character, you know. So I think
And then, but
you can weigh in his feats. Like the current Superman could still do that stuff. I don't know.
It doesn't-
but isn't current Superman more Golden Age Superman? Like, wasn't that the big thing when he came
he's
back?
the 1986 Superman.
Yeah.
He's
He's
not.
more of-
he's
yeah.
not the 1938.
No, he's more of a modern age. Yeah, he's more of a Bronze Age, if you want to give it a name.
Okay.
Because
'Cause that-
Golden
wasn't that
Age,
the whole-
because Golden Age Superman was so overpowered. I mean,
Silver Age.
I mean, Silver. You're right. Silver Age was so overpowered. I mean, he was doing shit, and that was back before he got his powers from the sun. I mean, he was part of him being Kryptonian.
Alright. Yeah, Superman's overpowering this segment. We're moving on to Batman.
Dude, we can
Forget
have a
that.
podcast
Alright.
discussing his powers.
Yeah, no, for sure. We could. We can go on for days about Superman. I'm a Superman fan, but you know who I like more than Superman? Justin
Batman.
knows. Batman. That's right. So we're gonna go into Batman 59. Can I just say this book? It's fucking awesome.
This is amazing.
Wasn't it?
Batman's really good.
Like if you're not reading Tom King's Batman, you're asleep.
That's the one I'm recommending to people to jump into comics. Is like, dude, Tom King's Batman.
Yeah.
That way you read something current, relevant, and fire.
It's a lot of issues.
For sure.
I always,
50
I
issues
guess
in.
I'm
It's a lot of issues.
telling people I'm recommending like just start on Iron Bane.
Yeah, you can start at
Yeah,
the
you
beginning
can
pretty
skip
good.
that
Yeah,
first
that's actually a great starting point.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can start on Iron Bane and you'll be fine.
Until he,
Because then
he
even-
loops around.
Right,
Yeah.
even till now that you're still feeling those effects of Bane being at Arkham, supposedly whether or not we haven't
I
seen
think-
yet,
yeah, well,
him doing his workings and stuff from Arkham and stuff like that.
Just like I asked, did you get the
Man.
Matina variant?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, this. Come on, this cover.
Did you get the
Just-
variant? Did you get the variant today from
Batgirl?
no detective?
No,
The detective variant today was Batman on the Bat cycle.
they didn't give me anything like that. I didn't see that.
I asked for it. I
They didn't have it.
Middleton's covers on background.
Yeah, that's
I've been
the-
getting all those.
Yeah, those are
Oh,
those.
good.
Middleton has been killing those covers.
And
Alright.
Alphabet, they're good.
Those are the two hot. Those are the two
oh
hot.
man, that mirror cover.
Those are the two hot cover artists right now, Matina
Matina.
and Middleton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the two hot cover artists
So
right now.
good.
And the Sean Murphy Batgirl covers. I
Yeah,
think they're awesome.
and well, Art Germ as well.
Art Germ.
Right.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of hot cover
Yeah.
artists going on.
Yeah.
I guess I should.
Back to Batman 59. So book kind of opens up with Batman trying to get the Penguin, if I recall
No,
correctly.
he's
No,
already
he already-
there
he's
because
already
it ends
there.
with that. And he's
Oh,
like,
okay.
"Oh, I don't care what you have to say," and Penguin is basically just saying, "He's like, look, I surrender."
No, the book opens with them going into Arkham.
Yeah, and then there's a whole
And
bunch
then,
of guards.
and then it keeps,
that's
it,
right.
it keeps flashing back because you're getting the story.
That's
as
right, because at the end of the last issue, he met up with Penguin.
Penguin,
So,
exactly.
okay,
Because
sorry,
Penguin killed
I
his
missed that.
men because they killed his wife, Peg. Okay, and then he goes, and this is just a great scene in the beginning where he's like, "You can't be here. You can't." He grabs the gun. He's like, "Go ahead. Tell me what I can't
Yeah,
do."
they keep telling him, and he's like,
Oh man!
and then he just starts taking.
He's like, you have two options:
guys,
take a bat boot to the face.
Yeah,
or just get out of my way. He's like, you
it's
can
right
just,
now. Each of you has a choice to make. Do I pull the trigger and get a bat boot shoved through my face, or do I let the man go about his business?
Yeah. So he
And
finally.
then I'll just step aside, like,
Yeah.
I don't want that bat boot to
No,
the
but he
face."
takes one guy. He got one guy's gun.
Oh, he's
yeah.
got to make an example.
Yeah, exactly.
So it goes back to Penguin, who's explaining everything. He's trying to tell him that Bane's the one, and she's controlling everything.
everything. And he's like, how? Because Bane's been in Arkham, he's been
He
locked
doesn't
up.
want to believe him
and,
either.
and he's like,
Right.
no, that's not true. And Penguin eventually reveals, he's like, look, I have nothing else to live for. The one thing that, he's like, you sound like a man that wants to die. He's like, yeah, man. He's like, there's only one thing that can turn a man mad, and that's love.
Right.
And he's like, and at this point, and he explains,
Yeah, that
Pen-
Bane got his wife killed just to even have a meeting.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, but this is also Shadow tying into the whole. He's explaining to him there's only one thing that can make you want to do this, and that's love, losing the love of your life, which is kind of shadowing over the whole Batman Catwoman thing,
Yeah, that's true.
which talked about how
yeah,
Batman
and
kind of
now
went
she
nuts
kinda walked,
afterwards.
yeah, and she walked out on him. That's
Yeah.
right. So eventually, Batman gets to, I guess, the room that Bane's
Bane's
in,
and he's cowering,
and he's pretending like he's, I guess, not all there, or that's what Batman is perceiving. He's like, look, I'm not falling for your games or tricks. I know what the
He's
deal
trying to
is.
tell, I know,
Yeah.
you can drop
He,
this.
he can't believe it because he tells Penguin, he's like, how is this happening under my watch? This can't be happening that
Which
Bane is doing that from
Side note, there's so many things that happen under Batman's watch.
Oh,
Does
yeah.
he really have the noise?
For real.
The Court of Owls. I mean, all this stuff happened under Batman. Does he really have the point? Can he really say that with a straight face? How could this happen under my watch?
the
Dude,
audacity.
yeah, come on. You got the whole city going down under your watch. Trust me, there's a lot of shit you don't know what's going on.
It's true. But then he starts just beating the hell out of Bane. He just starts knocking him senseless.
Yeah, he's like, I want you to admit it. Tell
Yeah,
me,
and
say it.
say that I am Bane, so I can tell you that I am
Ah,
Batman.
man.
Like,
Great
it's
headbutts
dope, bro.
him.
Yeah,
Oh,
man, Tom
so
King, bro.
dope.
And of course, the artwork is phenomenal.
Yeah, man.
Like,
Tannen,
Tannen's killing it.
Tannen is.
And then eventually, one of my favorite parts, Gordon walks in, and then Gordon's telling Batman, he's like, "What are you doing, bro? Like, that's impossible. He's been under my watch. He's been here the whole time. Like, you're crazy."
Bro,
And then eventually, Batman can't
punches
take
it.
it and punches Gordon. It's like, "Yo, get the hell out of my way!" Like, he's putting on a front. And then Gordon gets pissed and kicks him out and says, like, "Yo, you got two options. You can leave now with a warning, or I'll have all of Gotham here on you. That's what he tells him.
Dude,
So
amazing.
Batman's like, yo, I guess I'm out. He dips. He tells Alfred about the encounter. And then, you know, of course, from there, you know, he explains everything to Alfred because Alfred's almost out. And going back to when Batman was beating up Bane, the one thing that like he goes, you shot my boy, you know, and like even though it wasn't, you know, it's Dick, you know, like he's like, you shot my boy, like you can just see that father-like, you know, essence come out. Thank you, Avi, come out of him at that point, you know, and it was really cool. So you can see, you know, he's super emotional. He's still super emotional off this whole Catwoman thing. Now think about it, he gets left at the altar, and then like he thinks his son just got shot in the head, you know. And then the book ends with Bane kind of like on the stretcher, and then he kind of has like this little smirk at the end.
Yeah,
So
it's all the doctors and nurses like taking care of him and whatnot.
With the voiceover from Alfred and Batman, where it's like, "Do you believe what Penguin said about Bane?" He's like,
at this point, I really don't know. Yeah.
So that's crazy. He's already questioning himself on Freeze,
And this is
Penguin, and now Bane.
well, this is all part of his plan. He's trying to destabilize Batman.
Right.
He's throwing everything out. I mean, this is a brilliant year-long plan from Tom King. I've been in longer than a year.
Well, yeah, multiple years.
It's a multiple year-long plan from Bane that's playing out on almost real time, because you're seeing basically Bane take apart Batman psychologically.
Yeah, he's literally unwinding him.
Which makes me think, you know, because he said he's got the whole first 100 issues planned out.
Yeah.
What's going to happen when we get to those issues in 80s and 90s? You know, what's happening to Batman at that point?
Oh, that's true.
Is he going to try and take him? Because remember, that's what Bane originally did when he first fought Batman. Was that he released everybody from Arkham Asylum, so
Got him
Batman had to
tired,
go
got him busy.
got him all tired, so then he could take on Batman, who was physically drained. But I think now Bane's realized that he needs to be emotionally drained too for him to win. So he's got to do it another way. So this might be all leading up to like the second coming, like a rematch of Nightfall.
Nightfall.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. Yeah, that's what it feels like. It's like his Nightfall.
Mhm.
Like, yeah.
Like I'm gonna try it again, but this way I'm gonna do it right.
Dude, I'm down. I can't wait.
That's it.
I mean,
Love it.
It's really good.
It's like Tom King's killing
Super
it.
good.
It's one of those books that, and if you go back in some of our earlier episodes on the podcast, you know, the first arc of Batman, we weren't really sold on. We weren't really on. You know, I was,
Back in the Hope's Comics days.
yeah, Gotham
long
Girl
time.
and Gotham Guy. I was just like,
And
I
Gotham
don't-
and Gotham, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know about this. And once he turned that corner after that, and he brought in Bane. I'll say this, it's been nothing but phenomenal reading since.
It was like it was like that little that softball throw to kind of get you ready for the story that he wanted.
I guess
to tell.
so.
It was just to get you in.
Yeah.
It was like, this is something everybody could jump onto. Everybody could read. It's something new. Nobody knows what I'm doing here.
Yeah, bro. What do you mean? I don't know if you guys remember, but like he was taking down that plane with
Yeah.
like the ropes.
Yeah.
and, like
That first issue was really good. I
First
really
issue,
liked that
yeah.
first issue.
Yeah.
I guess yeah. I guess with the newer characters, I wasn't sure where it was
I was a
going.
big fan of
Well,
that first.
You know?
Yeah, they seem to be going in a
So-
weird direction, but I think it was just that little scoop of vanilla to kind of get everybody to go, let me start reading this book. And then once, because remember, in that first arc, there really wasn't a whole lot of baggage. It was just Batman being Batman. And then after that, you got the baggage with, I'm going to start bringing in all this
Yeah.
new, old stuff that people already know. But he wanted people to be reading the book already, so I think that's why he gave you that first arc, which, you know, at the end of the day, really wasn't that great.
Well, it led up to Psycho Pirate.
Pirate,
Yeah, bro.
which
Yeah.
led up
That- it did-
to
I mean,
It's
the
true.
whole- It was like
Bane.
No, it's true.
Bane.
Tried
Because,
suicide and
because
Bane.
the
No, it
the
led up
plan
to
for Psycho
Hugo.
the seeds for Psycho Pirate were in that first arc with the whole Gotham
Yeah,
and Gotham
that's the only thing that
girl.
I think he was like, fuck, I need to throw in Psycho Pirate. Like that's
Remember
it.
when he brought him in
That's
too?
the
We were all
key.
like, "Yo, that's cool,"
Mhm.
you know. And that's when we're like, "Okay, maybe we're not off on this yet," you know. So it was
Whatever happened to Crazy Quilt? I think, you know, maybe they should throw him into a comic.
Kite Man, but not
Kite Man.
Kite
Kite
Man.
Man came in. No, yeah. Kite
Any
Man
other obscure Batman villains?
No, but Kite Man had a nice little couple issues. I thought that Kite Man
That's
thing.
so good.
And
The
the
Kite
Kite
Man
Man
issue
was
was fucking good.
Yeah,
It
bro.
was
It was
great. It was
War
so
of Jokes and
weird.
Riddles. That Kite Man, Marcos. That Kite Man. It was like a 2 or 3 issue.
Kite Man was like a
Man
poor
arc.
man's Booster Gold. Like
Bro,
his
it was really
personality
good.
was so great.
I have
So
to give
good.
Tom King credit, bro. He brought a character, a Batman villain, and you'd be like, oh, no one really cares about him. But you're like, yo, he was drawn in the middle between Joker and the Riddler, you know, and how they both used him. Like awesome. It was sick. So
Yeah, and the book turned into like a romance for like
Yeah.
20 issues.
yeah,
It was
you
like
know,
okay, like that's why
yeah, no,
that's where I
awesome.
was just like on board.
Tom King. If you're not reading it, Batman 59. Great review by all of us. Thank you guys.
Where's Mr. Bloom? I want him again.
No, I'm good on that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good on that guy.
Like it's fun.
That was
but-
done. That wasn't done that right.
He was,
Something
he was
different.
a villain for a wrong Batman.
Right for the
Sure.
for the
He's
Gordon
more
Batman.
he's more of a regular Batman villain, and they tried to give him the Gordon Batman, and it just didn't really work.
That's true.
I think he's just a Snyder villain.
Yeah.
I think it's, you know,
Snyder.
Yeah, that's a good call there.
I don't know.
All right, now switching over to DC, going from DC to the Marvel side of things. Let me catch myself there. Marvel Knights #2.
Kate's our boy.
Well, actually, he didn't completely write this book.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Rosenberg wrote it,
Yeah.
but
But it's his story.
yeah,
it's
and
his
what
story.
from what I understand, Cates is writing the first issue and the last issue,
Dope.
but the overall story, like he outlined the story, and of course he's working with these other guys.
It's
on it.
Rosenberg. Thompson is the next one.
Is it?
Yeah, Kelly Thompson's the next one. And
Kelly Thompson, good.
fucking love that. I
Yeah.
love Rosenberg too.
Yeah.
Uh,
Even this was
and,
awesome.
For the Fisher, I don't know, but yeah, the next one is Thompson.
Art in this is great
It
too.
is.
Art is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's been so.
I guess the cover kind of gives away like a lot. The story really
Yeah,
is
the
about.
Electro basically attacking Frank Castle.
Yeah,
The whole
Punisher.
book is basically Punisher and Electro.
But, yeah, so I mean, the book opens up where, well, I guess where issue 1 left off, where Matt Murdock is confronted by Karen Page, right?
Mm.
And then, of course, you know, we're like, oh my God, Karen's still alive, because in the issue before, he was at her grave and yada yada yada. So it turns out, it's
No,
just
no.
like his,
It's imagination.
it's his
'Cause he puts his
imagination.
hand through her.
But I mean, well, it's his imagination, I guess, until we get to the end.
Yeah.
Right. So
Well, he says he's the one that says that.
yeah,
It's
that-
a figment of his imagination.
and then, but she even says it to him.
Yeah,
She
she
goes,
said that to him too.
I think
Yeah.
She's like, oh, you're questioning that why the world is also blind. They all can't see who they really are, and from another version of the world. And he's like, okay, why? She's like, I don't know. I'm just a figment of your
Yeah,
imagination.
there we go.
yeah.
I love that.
So yeah, no,
It was
no,
great.
it's
I love the
hilarious.
way that played.
Dude, I'm you. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
it's like I don't have the
I don't know.
answers. I just have your questions.
Yeah, so
Keep teaching a fucking yoga class or whatever it is
Well,
that
it's
she's
the,
teaching.
it's the cipher thing from the Matrix. It's like,
Yes.
do I want to know,
Right.
or do I want to be
Is
ignorant
the-
for the rest of my life?
Exactly. Ignorance is bliss,
Yeah.
man.
So
But,
and then,
bro,
and then,
she's whipping his ass.
Yeah.
yeah, and then in the middle of the fight, it all stops because Banner hulks out in the back of the quad car. Like, what you got in there?
So good. And you see it as they're fighting. Just in the background, you just see a black figure in the car
With
and
green
just
teeth and eyes.
just eyes. You just see that.
And they're like, they go to figure it out, and then Elektra's gonna take her final blow while he's not paying attention, and her knife gets smacked out of her hand by a billy club, and Daredevil shows up.
Just standing there.
And then he tries to explain to him, you know, look, we gotta work together on this and everything like that. It's
And
just
full suit. And
in full suit.
too.
He's like, and it's just the three of us. And then that's where the lecture's like, 3. What about her? And he's talking about Karen. He's like, wait a minute, you can see her
See,
too.
Oh, man, that
And
was
that's where
such
it
a good
ends.
and that's where the
reveal.
book ends, and that was an awesome read. Awesome read.
Dude, it's such a great reveal at that end. I didn't see that revelation.
No,
coming.
I didn't either. That's why I'm really digging Kate's. He's doing shit like that.
That's already 2 issues in a row that the mystery is kind of okay, gets better, and then the ending just hooks me. And I'm like,
Mhm.
fuck, I need to keep reading.
That's how he gets you.
I'm glad it's a bi-weekly book, though. I'm so happy it's bi-weekly.
Do we want to do honorable mentions before we go on to the last book?
Yeah, we can do that. That's
Okay.
cool.
I think last week we had the honorable mention of Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Okay, I read it. I really liked it. It was
Oh,
a continuation.
sick.
Can't wait for the next
So
Yeah,
issue.
it came out today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Thor. I read the Thor. Another great book. It's just a little
Oh,
standalone
the
story.
one-shot? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thor one shot's fucking good.
Yeah, a little standalone story before he has the hammer, and Loki like tries to.
The Loki being Loki.
Yeah, tries to be. It's just a really good story. It's just.
Yeah,
I
Thor-
really
yeah.
enjoyed it. I thought it was a really great.
Thor #7. Like you don't have to. It's just a standalone. Thor
Yeah, you don't
story.
have to know anything about it. You just anything before or after. It's just a little standalone story that's just tells early Thor before he became the hero when he's still on Earth and he's still impressing all Vikings and everything. It's really good read.
It's really good.
I guess my honorable mention, it's I guess it's not really like a current thing, but I'm about to trade back, and I'm in the middle of reading it right now, and it's God Country. If you have not read that, you need to read that.
What is it about for our
Just go-
listeners, readers, and
Just go read it.
and me?
It's
I
Donny
don't-
Cates, bro.
Here's the thing. I need to know what it's about
It's
before
a
I just go read it.
quick
Right.
synopsis, and I'm not the best person to tell you this, but this is what somebody told me. So this is like I'm playing telephone almost.
Third-hand information here.
Yeah, it's about a single father who's trying to raise his kids, and he has Alzheimer's, so he's also like kind of losing his memory, and he's struggling, whatever. He comes across a sword, magical sword. He comes across it and he starts wielding it, starts using it. Starts noticing that his strength, like his physical strength, is getting better. His Alzheimer's is like kind of going away. And it's like he's like damn, he's like, this is badass. I want to use this. Just so happens that the original owner of the sword comes to Earth and he's like, yo, I want my sword back. And the father, he's not so easy to like give it up. And it's kind of like a quick synopsis.
Super Western.
Okay,
It's like
now I will go read
It's
it.
like
Yeah.
Western and like fantasy.
Magical sword. I was in.
Yeah, once you said magical sword, I was like, oh, really?
What was the title again?
God
God
Country.
God.
I would just tell you this: if it says Kate's on it,
Oh no, I agree, but you know,
read it.
Also,
So I want to know the premise.
I want to know the premise before I dump
yeah,
into
you
it.
too, for sure.
No.
You could tell me.
I have just learned now. I'm just saying, for my premise, I've learned now. If it says Kate's, I gotta get my hands on it.
I know, but
Chris
it
saw
could
me
say,
today. I was updating my list, and what did it say on there?
It said like anything Kate's writes.
like,
was on his
legit.
list.
I can agree because I used to be that way with Jeff Johns. Is anything Jeff Johns right?
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah,
it could
I
be
like
Cates
that.
could write the book, but it could be about like trade deficit and stuff. Like I don't know if I want to read a book about trade deficit.
No, for sure.
I would love Donny Cates to write about trade.
Yeah, that, I mean,
That
for
would
example.
be fucking
Oh, but I
great.
will say this. But I
Can
will say
we
this.
tweet this out, please?
But
Yeah, so Donny Cates would love this. But
But-
Donny Cates is the man on Twitter. By
but
the way.
I
If
will
you're not
say-
following him,
Yeah.
follow him on Twitter.
He's funny.
one of the back when I guess 15 years ago, 10 years ago, when Brian K. Vaughan was the hot writer,
True.
and he was writing a book that I love called Ex Machina, and again, you would say I would that's a book I would say you just need to read it, but that book's about New York politics, and a superhero gets thrown in the middle of it, but it's basically about being the mayor of New York.
Ex Machina is one of my favorites.
It's
so fucking
it's a
good.
great book.
It's like 50 issues of fucking. It's so good.
Sweet.
It's like a,
All right.
it was an old love story.
Any other
Yes, it
honorable?
was. Yes, it
It
was.
was,
Any other honorable mentions out there outside of Knights of the Golden Sun? If you have not read that yet, by the way, because we did
Detective
review
I have a
it.
Comics.
story about that.
Oh, you got a story about that? Actually, this is right. So this is our story about Knights of the Golden Sun. Javi,
Okay,
take it away.
And, this is
And then you know what,
This
Javi?
is actually
After that, just go into the Carnage Reborn, because I know you read it, and because of you, I have found out about Donny Cates. So thank you, sir.
hell yeah. So this is actually a legit story, like 100% true, no embellishing. I went to Tate's because they were having the Thanksgiving sale. Shout out to Tate's. I like to go, whatever. They have minis over there too. But they were having a sale there, and me and my he came with me and we were walking around. He turned to like the new comic aisle section, and the first thing he sees, he's like, "Yo, what is that?" And he walks up to it, and it's Knights of the Golden Sun. And I was like, "Oh shit." That's Mad Cave Studios Knights of the Golden Sun, and like that's one like literally that's the one book that stood out to him in all of the
See books of Tate's Wall.
Yeah,
Think about that.
exactly.
Like we've all been to the Tate's Wall.
Yeah.
At the Staple,
I mean, you
right?
gotta admit, I mean that cover is a head turner.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I said that from the beginning. The art is
and
phenomenal.
he said that it reminded him a lot of Diablo, like the video game Diablo, because they use a lot of the same angels and things like that. So if you are like if you love Diablo and you like the lore of Diablo, like this would be a great for you.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, he dug it. He liked it.
Decker Kane, bro. What you guys know about Decker Kane?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was
That's
super,
awesome.
bro. When he told me about that, I was like, yo, that's super cool. And then when I ran into Rick, actually, because I was at work and ran into him, he was like, yo, did Javi tell you about this? And I was like, yeah, he did, man. I'm like, yo, that's super awesome. Like, we have Chris from Man Cave Studios on our podcast. You should listen to it, bro. You know, and he's like, oh, for sure. So no, but it was a super cool story. Javi, thank you for sharing that with us.
Oh, yeah.
And bro, take us through Carnage
Carnage.
Born,
Oh,
bro.
yeah, for sure. So
Hold on, I just want to say before we get into this. Last week, Javi's question was like, "Yo, who the hell are these people, like, just like idolizing Cletus Cassidy?" And this book explains that.
it's pretty much a cult.
Yeah, but
Oh,
I just
no.
loved how like you asked that question, and then like the next book that comes out is this.
Yeah.
You know, and I was just like, "Oh, this is awesome."
But it's, if anything, this book like adds so much more story
To Venom?
To Venom.
And then-
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Like-
And like I know it was
It's
quoted
so
to be a
crazy.
one shot, Justin, but at the end of the book it says to be continued. And it's got to be to be continued in Venom because that's the only thing that makes
Yeah.
sense, you know.
Yeah.
So
Well, it says women now.
Yeah.
no, for sure.
But yeah, like this, it adds so much more like
Layers.
yeah, layers
Oh,
of,
bro.
of
Alright.
what could possibly.
Well, like I said, I had the
because we
book.
have like the Maker story kind of going on in the background, and now we have this story playing
Well,
out.
I picked up the book and I'm like Carnage because you know my feelings on Carnage,
Yeah.
and then I've made them clear. But as Carnage, but then I saw Kate and I'm like, I gotta read it. I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing I can do here.
It starts off with the cult, like they're whatever worshiping Cletus, and they're explaining how Cletus was the one. He's like the chosen one
Yeah.
of the whole lot.
Of the like the symbiotes, I guess
Yeah.
you could say. Of,
Okay.
Yeah, go with it. I went with it, and I was like, okay, because I really wasn't quite understanding like what the who chose him. You know, I was like kind of really like questioning that, but I guess the cult was going with it.
Yeah, because at first I thought they were a cult of Cletus, but then because I guess true what Javi's saying, they start off explaining him, but then you learn it's like, oh, they're followers of like Null and of the Void, as they keep calling
yeah.
it, and that how Cletus is just the perfect vessel because of his violent tendencies as a serial
So
And
they're
he-
kind of like nihilists.
and it, yeah, and, he,
Yeah.
and he's
Yeah.
almost like the. I mean, in a sense, because of his violence, he's like almost like the purest one, bro. Like to
Right.
them and what they're trying
And
to do.
to
Yeah, like he was
just-
a monster before.
Yeah,
the
before
Yeah. And off
before
of
the
that,
city. Yeah, exactly, bro.
just
That's
like
exact
he's the
words
purest
I've said.
one, and the way that they start explaining it is because he has the power and the ability to rebirth. He has the that power. Like
Yeah, he's constantly reborn.
he's constantly being reborn.
Okay.
And I guess it's because
I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at
I know, and I guess it's because he was the chosen one. It starts off like, okay, he was born in an insane asylum, and he died 19 minutes
After
after he was born because he choked on his umbilical cord.
Cool.
Okay.
And then that's when he gets the spiral of that null black and red spiral
Like he gets the.
in his
Oh.
eyes.
Okay.
And then
Because he witnessed the Void.
because he witnesses the void, and then he goes through some psychotherapy, and the psychologist is like, oh, what did you feel in that moment of death? And Cletus is like, oh, I felt hell. I felt like I was imprisoned in hell. And the psychiatrist says, oh, that's like, they use that as a psychoanalysis of him being crazy, and that's what they use to explain that. And he doesn't want to murder people. He feels like he wants to
He's
releasing them from their imprisonment.
Uh-huh.
Okay. See that'll fit. Okay.
Yeah.
I can get behind that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
a
there's that's actually a documented
Yeah.
like serial killer
Yeah.
mentality.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So it's kind of like you have to really read between the lines because it's not really explicitly said in the book. But it explains a couple more times about when he's reborn.
Yeah, and then
The last one is the most important.
The last
of
one is
how
in the
he's burned.
because he was shot into space during his last battle, and like that's when like everybody thought he had completely died. I don't recall when it was. They don't really
that's I
explain
guess when they found his body, that's when they put it in this chamber.
because they said that he came crash landing into Earth, and the symbiote was able
Save
to
him.
save him
Yeah.
as he was burning.
I don't know but I don't know if this is when they're referring to that, but in the original arc for New Avengers,
The Hickman?
no,
No.
Bendis.
Wow.
Yeah, this is how far back we're going. In the original arc, there was a mass breakout of the Raft. Carnage was imprisoned in the Raft. So was the Sentry. The Sentry grabbed Carnage. This was one of the
Dude,
greatest scenes in that book.
Is
That's
exactly
it? That's it?
because
Yeah.
that's because they have a figure in white,
Mhm.
and they don't color him, but it's just a figure in white shooting him into space.
Yeah, because that was the coolest scene in that book. That story arc. Yeah, Sentry grabs Carnage and flies him into space and rips him in two.
Yes.
And that was the end of Carnage, because that was like to show how powerful Sentry was. Because Sentry was just sitting in his cell, like he didn't want to be bothered, he didn't want to be left alone. And
Yeah,
Carnage
yeah,
just
yeah.
kind of creeps in. He's like, "Well, I'm gonna bother you." And Sentry's like, "All right, well, fuck you." And he flies him all the way out into space and just rips
And
him
the
in two.
person who goes to get Sentry is Daredevil. Like
Yeah,
Daredevil and
they
then
wanted him on the
Spider-Woman.
because they wanted him on
That's
the
so
team.
crazy. And
That's
Daredevil's
funny.
in Marvel Knights. And
Yeah,
Marvel
and
Knights is
another kid.
written by Tony Kidd.
Well,
Well,
no, I think-
obviously he's got a love of comic book history, so
Yeah,
he
of
keeps
course.
reusing all that stuff.
Well, that's a crazy deep cut because
Yeah.
what Javi's explaining of Carnage in space, he's in pieces, and the symbiote is literally rebuilding Cletus
So that's
Yeah.
what it is.
upon entry onto the Earth.
See, that I
and,
remember.
and sealing him.
Yeah.
But it's still burning too. So as he crash lands, it burns off, and so does he, and almost immediately again dying, being reborn, being recovered by. Before the government arrives, the occultists.
But
That's why I'm like,
Phil, I was gonna say, and then when he crashed on Earth, immediately a cult is like
they know.
born.
They know.
A cult is
That's why-
born like all
that's
of a
why,
sudden.
like
just-
all of a sudden they just
yeah,
pick up
it's
from,
just like
from
man,
Jenner, like
yes,
I gotta
they
go.
we need to go grab him.
Yeah, they like
he's
go
ours.
from like every government's radar, and
They're like,
we're
"Yo,
on
we
those
need to
watch
get-
lists
Is
too.
the cult using magic?
no,
I think they just have
Um,
crazy resources.
Yeah, bro.
Because they have like a
Exactly.
task force and
Yeah.
stuff.
bro, they're like
They
we-
probably got someone in the higher echelons of society.
Exactly.
They were
Because-
like, yo, we need to get there before the government gets there, and that's
Yeah.
pretty much what they do.
I think this is that gathering that the maker was talking about.
Oh,
It has to be.
and then,
But then why steal from him?
of course, once you get to the end of the book, you remember what they stole,
piece
The
of
Codex.
The Codex, yeah.
and of course, what did they do?
They put it into Carnage
Yep.
to bring him back.
Yep,
Oh,
and-
Cletus.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course he's back,
Because he's dead. He's still dead, so they use
and they're
that
they're
to-
doing the
But it's a
ritual
piece of the
again.
dragon.
Yes.
Yeah, so they use
And
So
that.
it's
now
Null.
he's-
It's
yeah.
Null and Cletus.
So, bro, now you have like it's got to be the strongest
There's a-
symbiote we've ever seen together, right?
Crazy.
It's got to be,
yeah.
right?
A crazy part where
No?
they're
No, you don't
buying-
Oh, you didn't read it? Oh, it was it. Okay, cool.
There's a crazy part where Carnage is reborn, and it's since it's the Codex of Null, it's both of them trying to buy the who could control
The symbiote.
the symbiote.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
and it's like it's Cletus or
Null.
Null,
Mhm.
and then a couple panels, and then it ends up being.
See, now
Cletus.
that's an interesting pair-off, because then you have
Yeah.
an ancient god
right.
going up against a crazy person
Yeah, the leader, it's a female
with
occultist.
no reason.
But Cletus ends up taking over.
Yeah,
And Cletus is like, ooh, I felt like that was nice.
See,
I
but it was
wanna-
after
I
he
want
eats
more of
the
that.
female occultist.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's like, thanks
yeah.
thanks for the snack. I feel much better now, more replenished.
Now, do they tie in anything? Now, was the symbiote on Cletus?
No.
Okay. Do they
Wait,
tie in
yeah,
anything?
Well, it's always. what
Well,
do
no,
you
the
mean?
Codex is always in him, but then when they release the other one on, that's when the
Because
Like,
remember-
the Carnage
Right.
one.
The
is-
Carnage symbiote went
it's-
to Norman, and he became Red
Red
Goblin.
Goblin, right?
So
Right, that comes back later. I don't want to. I want to say that for later. But he bonds with Null, and I love how the occultist before she
do that, but what
sends
all I'm asking
herself.
is, do they mention that in the book? They talk about the fact.
Right, not really.
Not
really?
plainly,
Okay.
not plainly, but we'll get there. I'll tell you what I mean. It's really small.
Okay, okay.
But the occultist, I love how she references Javi of she's like, imagine the violence in these conflicting minds
Yeah.
of a god of the void and what she calls Cletus an agent of the darkness or agent of the void and whatnot. And I think after Javi, correct me if I'm wrong, it's after he feeds on her that she gives herself up, that he eats her, he starts getting like a taste for more, and he's like,
Yeah,
"Oh, thanks for the snack. It makes me feel better. I
I
think I
love-
need more."
I love because Justin, he was like, oh, so they're nihilists, and like literally the cultist gives herself up.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, please feed on me to be more, to satisfy your
Yeah,
hunger.
and they're thinking of like joining the hive. The whole point is they want to reconnect to Null and join the hive and stuff like that.
They want
And they're
darkness.
chanting together forever. It's crazy. But that's why like to
As Carnage is coming out of this, like,
Freaking box,
Right.
Or his little capsule that he's been in.
right, but that's what I was saying
chanting
earlier. I was
is
like,
really
they have to have
crazy.
like crazy resources to have like government watch lists like on radar.
Well, no, I'm saying the book ends when we're saying is
Yeah,
like Carnage
so-
is in front of this screen with like the entire Marvel universe in front of him.
That's right. Yeah, the occultists tell
He
him
could, yeah.
you need to get more codexes. You need to gather more so you could fully
Stronger.
reconnect.
Yeah.
Get stronger
Show the
and
big-
fully
oh,
reconnect
yeah.
to Null. And this is the part, Justin, that I was alluding to, that once the occultists tell Carnage / Cletus this, you need more codexes to reconnect to the hive, to bring Null to Earth, so we can. They keep kind of talking to God. So you need to get all the codexes. He's like, okay, cool. Where do I get that? They're like, it's here on Earth.
And then they
Anyone who's bonded with a symbiote has a codex.
and then they show anyone and
Bro,
everyone
a
that's ever
screen of
Bro, it's like
everyone,
the
and you
entire
see,
Marvel universe. It's
yeah,
like
and you see Norman Osborn is at the center, one of the centerpieces.
Oh,
of
okay,
it.
okay.
But it's everyone. It's every symbiote. You see Toxin, Anti-Venom. You see
it
everyone.
pretty much looks like it's gonna be Carnage kills the Marvel universe.
Yes,
That's
it's true.
exactly what
It's
it
like
looks
Donny Cates' version of that.
It looks
Captain America was on there.
Captain
Yes.
America bond with a car with a civilian?
And Wolverine was on there. Captain Marvel.
So before the whole
many
Venom run
characters.
started,
It's a lot. It's like a screen of easily like
there's a
40 or
Venomized
50.
Thor bonded with this?
Oh,
No,
okay, yeah.
and everybody bonded with symbiote then.
I was trying to find that new
A
Avengers.
few times I've seen Thor fight Venom. It does not go well for Venom at all.
No, Thor is one of the people who first
Hawkeye is one.
imprisoned the Grendel, which,
Right.
which was actually a
the
symbiote.
precursor,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
What they're calling the dragon,
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because that's the one that forms the dragon. Let me
Thor's a
show-
badass.
show you the
yeah, it's sick. It was a great read. Awesome read.
great read.
So yeah, this opens up like so many doors.
And it says
for-
two can be ten, two can to be continued.
It's almost weird that it's a one-off like
I
that.
was just so excited.
Yeah, but isn't it weird that's like a one-off? Like I feel like this is really vital to know on the Venom run if they're gonna cross paths.
It is and it's not. I mean, they're probably gonna recap it. But
All right,
But here's
it's a great read.
one of the
Sentry
best,
ripping
with the best scenes in that book is when the Sentry just rips
Yeah,
him
I
apart.
remember that.
And oh man, I love this.
bro, and it makes sense because there's a panel there and he's
See,
in pieces.
This shit right here is what makes me want to read the book.
Yeah.
Is when they tie in stuff, old stuff.
Oh,
like that.
that's-
They don't just
yeah,
go,
that's
oh,
super.
forget about that crap. This is new. I hate when they do that. I love this stuff.
Sick read. I love it.
Incidentally, if you haven't read New Avengers, you should probably read that one
You should
too.
probably
Alright,
read
you
it.
should probably I'll check that out.
Also,
Check
there's a
it
new
out.
Century series out. It's actually really good.
All of them, yeah, all of them.
Honorable mention by Chris.
Honorable
There
mention
you go.
for the Centuries. Definitely right to start it.
Nice. Okay, that's kind of something.
That's sad.
Shout out to Joe. We are missing him. Who was
Shout out to
watching
Joe.
This? He was watching this live. We got no one watching live now. We just got.
Oh, you turned off.
Well, no,
dead
it turned off and then I turned it back on and it's back on. But now there's just no one watching us. But it's cool. Well, whatever.
It's
We're
there.
learning.
It's there.
Post it online for the archive.
Well, it was kind of like my first go at this. I think what I'll do next week, I'll kind of promote it a little more. Tell people, hey, I'm going to be going live.
Promoted at all.
This one, no.
Yeah,
So you said promoted a little more. But
Yeah.
like actually promoted.
True. My bad, Chris.
More than just say, I think I'm gonna stream this.
Yeah.
Record.
Yeah, it's pretty much what I did. I thought about it when I got here, so my bad. But it's a.
Don't apologize.
why do you apologize?
No.
It's a
I
first goal, it's
found, I
fine.
found the angle. We got everybody in the shot, which is cool. I'm not sure if you can even hear us. That's the other thing.
So,
yeah.
That's true.
So it probably just looks like we're in a comic book shop.
Talking
hanging out, Like, why are these guys just at a table?
Hey, that's how we started.
yeah, that is how we started. We're
Yeah.
just the guys at comic book shop talking.
Exactly.
So last night, at the movie theater, they did it's the 40th anniversary of Superman. So they played the original Superman movie.
Did you see it?
I took my nephew to go see it. And I'd never seen it in the theater. That's one of my favorite movies. I'd never seen it in the theater. It was so good in the theater. But I was watching it, and I kind of came to a conclusion because I was watching it through my nephew's eyes. My nephew's like is 8, and I'm watching the movie, and I'm like, okay, I'm wondering if he's finding this boring because all the superhero movies now people are fighting. There's not a lot of fighting in that movie. There's no fighting in that movie.
You just say
That's you see exactly, you peel it right there. That movie focuses on Superman saving people, not fighting people. Like the biggest thing about when Superman Returns came out was the fact that you got Superman, he doesn't even throw a punch. Like he didn't in the first movie either. I mean, he doesn't even use his heat vision in this movie. I had seen the movie so many times, but I never saw it that way.
Never connected it.
Because all the movies now, I mean, like Man of Steel, all this stuff, they're all fighting and throwing and destroying
for sure.
stuff. And you sit there and you watch that first Superman movie and you go, he doesn't do any of that. He just helps people. He just saves people. And you're like, this is a completely different movie.
Yeah.
I mean, the way things have changed as far as these movies go is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
They've changed the
and
landscape.
and the thing is, I'm thinking to myself, oh, my nephew, he's bored. He's not enjoying this movie because nobody's dying. Nobody's fighting.
There's no blood.
And there's no. And then we left the movie. He's like, and he could have been humoring me, but I don't think so. He turned to me and he said, "That's my new favorite movie."
Bro,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Sick.
So I mean, I just wanted to mention that I finally saw it in the theater. It was,
Awesome.
and I think there's one more showing before they take it out. So I highly recommend if you haven't done it, go
I
watch
want
it.
to.
It's worth it.
Do we want to talk about what we picked up this week, guys?
Yep.
All right.
Very short list.
Yeah, mine actually was pretty big, but you can see, I'm always back issue hunting, so you can always check that out on my YouTube channel, which I haven't posted up in a while, but Chad 90MF Comics, check that out. I showed these guys a little earlier some of the back issue stuff I found, but today, Heroes in Crisis number 3 for myself, Darth Vader number 24, Amazing Spider-Man number 10. I finally picked up the last 2 issues of Mr. Miracle because they've been sitting in my box. I also picked up Fantastic Four issue number 3, which was 2 weeks ago, I believe, or a month ago, probably, because I'm behind on that. And I picked up 4 today, and I picked up Immortal Hulk 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and I got 1 and 2 coming in now. So
More Hulk's very good.
yes, I know we were super late on that. Yeah, but the other one that I actually have waiting for me, shop Dave, which is Old Man Hawkeye. So I'll be acquiring that a little later as well. So those are the things I picked up, and I actually picked up some back issue stuff. I picked up some stuff from the Tate's coupon sale, and I guess you can check that out on my YouTube channel if I ever get that up there. But I found some cool first appearances and some cool older books as well for that. So cool stuff.
I think for me, during the sale, I was actually able to finish my Thor: God of Thunder run. I think I'm only missing
The Jason,
one.
the Jason Aaron
Jason
stuff.
Aaron run. I think I'm only missing 1 issue because I forgot to look for it. But I finally have all the other books that I was looking for. So I think my run is, except for issue 13, I think my run is complete.
I keep needing to check what I have.
Yeah. But for as far as this week
I need a
goes,
5, 6, and 7. 5.
those are the hard ones to get.
That first volume, especially
Yeah,
God Butcher, God Butcher
6.
stuff.
Well, 6 is the first appearance of
Of
Null.
Null, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
So I got the Ghost Spider number 2, which I like the first issue, so I'm gonna keep going. I picked up Carnage Born today. Heroes in Crisis number 3.
Oh, I did pick up Action Comics as well.
That cover.
I forgot to mention that.
That cover is so
I
sick.
did get
Action.
Action Comics.
I got this cover for Amazing
They
Spider.
didn't
Hell
have it.
yeah.
I would have loved that.
Is that a Campbell cover?
That is a camel cover.
That's a very much.
Fantastic Four number 4. Return of Wolverine number 3. Darth Vader. And then I got the
Literal fire.
Batgirl number 29, the Middleton cover. And then 612, the finale of Daredevil. So, but I got a real shitty copy because I didn't ask for it.
That's
So
a
I got the
heavy
last
goddamn
copy.
book.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
It's like Matt's body in
It's
that
Soul's
one.
last issue on it, and it's
Yeah.
switching over.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
wind
new
up, you know
creative
what's
team.
funny? I know this sounds terrible, but I wound up just getting the first appearance of that villain
Vigil.
Vigil, yeah. I left all the other ones. So yeah, I'll just keep the first appearance. So
Hey, to be honest with you, I have them. I haven't read them yet.
no, for sure. What you download today, Kevin?
The ending of John Earth, thank God. That's why I did not even mention it. The last one was awful.
Really? You know what's
Dude,
funny? Someone
awful.
when I went to PPF earlier, I was talking to Matt. He asked me if I was reading it. I was like, no, I'm not. And he's like, dude, are you serious? You're not? He seemed super excited about it.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, man. I
Online
don't-
too, the DC subreddit and like Instagram like postings of John Earth, people have been digging it. But the last issue and the Aquaman tie-in was awful. It was just exposition. Nothing happened.
I told him that I just felt like I don't know. I felt like just Justice League to me started to like die off, and because of that, I started to not get excited about that, and I was like, I felt like Avengers of the two because they were like mirroring each other almost. Like, what
yes.
was going on?
Avengers was so good.
Yeah, I go, but I felt like Avengers was the pacing was better, the writing was better.
Right.
There wasn't too much reading, but there was enough reading. I don't know how to
I think
describe
Avengers
it.
had a slower start because I really didn't.
No, with the Celestials falling, that's a
I didn't
great
really, I
story.
didn't really care for the first one.
Yeah.
It was a little,
Yeah, I mean,
but it got better.
It was more of the
Definitely.
gathering of the new team.
Yeah, I didn't really. That was
But I'm with you, Chad. I'm digging Avengers more than Justice League. now.
I think I'm pretty much. I put all my Avengers stuff I had. I put it all back.
Avengers?
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Justice League.
Yeah, Justice League.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put it all back because I'm done.
Yeah.
And I think the problem is not Snyder. I think Snyder just has too many toys to play with.
Yeah.
I think when he got Justice League, it's like what can't I do?
Right.
And I'm gonna do everything else that I can. I was like, if he had kind of dumbed it down, not even dumbed it down, but like started slower and built us into it, I think we would have enjoyed it more. But the fact that he just went full throttle and just started throwing everything at us from the wall, the source wall, to the whatever.
Ultraviolet core.
Yeah, I mean everything, and then the whole thing with the 7 pieces that they needed or 12. I don't know. If I can lose it. It was just a lot to absorb
Did they
and a
even
lot
go
to keep in
through
your
all
head.
7?
No, that was
No,
the thing.
they're right now only on the 4th or 5th.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh,
And we're only
man.
on the second book that Kevin downloaded.
No, that's just the first
Oh,
thing.
no.
it says.
I think they just like need to fix it.
Yeah,
'Cause
but
after-
supposedly he's gonna be on it for a
But you know
long
what's
time.
crazy,
Is that the
man?
metal?
Before
The
this
first
team
couple
was
were
on it, it was Brian Hitch and somebody else. And it was bad then. And
Yeah.
when Snyder came, we were a little more excited. We're like, all right, cool. It's a little more known name, better, team. And I think that's why we were a little optimistic at first. We're like, cool, we're into this. It's better than what we were getting before. But now that he's played it out a little bit,
The last great team for Justice League is Jeff
Johns.
I mean, come on, Dark Side War.
phenomenal.
I think, I really think, I'm forecasting here, Bendis will get on it eventually. Maybe with
Here's
Ivan
hoping.
Reyes.
You're still hoping.
I hope so.
That would be cool.
To me, I would love to see what he does.
I mean, just. I mean, even if he just brings the Avengers mentality
Right, exactly.
to the Justice
Exactly
League,
what I
I can,
think.
and Bendis doesn't go nuts.
Well, didn't we all say, like, that was like the one book we thought Bendis was going to
Go- yeah.
Right.
No, we knew Bendis was gonna start
Right.
small.
Tell us what else you downloaded. We'll get back to
So yeah, the finale of Drone Earth, Detective Comics, that's my honorable mentions. Detective Comics is great.
Alright.
And then now, after this one, the Tomasi run.
That's
Creative
when I'm
Team
hopping
starts.
on it. 'Cause I like
This
the
one's still
manga.
really good.
Yeah, James Robinson is right.
Yes. Fantastic Four, number 4, Heroes in Crisis number 3, which people are already posting spoilers, and Chad, you thought I was bad. People are legit like already posting like crazy spoiler stuff,
Yeah, but
and I don't want
follow
to get
those
into it.
things.
It's just fan accounts, and it's crazy that they're even posting that stuff. Vader, of course. I'm still on Amazing Spider-Man, and on Uncanny X-Men number 3, which I'm still not starting until Extermination 5 comes out.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be on that uncanny train. Javi, you haven't picked up today. You just got here, right?
Yeah, I just got here.
Well, what are you planning on getting?
Everything we got.
Yeah, everything.
Everything you got and more.
Yeah.
And
Javi, how's that Rick and Morty?
it's good. It's going good. I can't tell you about it, but it's
Oh.
Chris, what'd you pick up today, man?
I just picked up like 2. I just picked up Heroes in Crisis and Logan Toll, which is like a BB.
Cool.
yeah, it's like
Sweet.
an 8-buck book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
It's,
awesome.
it's really good.
What issue is it on?
It's like the 3rd issue.
Okay, cool.
It's like November or something. It's really good.
Yeah.
So if you're
It
into
has
D&D, fucking pick it up. It's about
It's
life.
half a comic and then the adventure. That
There's
they
like
go
an adventure.
through.
There's articles. It's like what
Is like the back pages where you can like read information on the games.
yeah, it's like an old Wizards magazine. Like,
Sweet.
pretty good.
Well, Wizard magazines have been talking a little bit lately in the comic book community. That's cool, man. Sweet. All right, so we've discussed our dislike for, I guess, Justice League. Now we'll probably get some hate for that. You know, get some
Bring
hate
it.
for
I just want like yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean,
I guess Scott Snyder's just I like him more than like Snyder.
I guess
Horror.
I guess what
His
for
creative
us,
stuff is good. Like I read his Witches special and it was fucking awesome.
I mean, and we all love the new Batman.
Right.
So
I
I
was
guess,
tatted on my arm.
I guess you know, high expectations coming off of that. Still hasn't like since he's come off of that. I feel like it has been
It's not the same.
subpar. You know.
Like I said, I think it's just he's just got too many toys to be. I think in the world of Justice League, there's just way more for
Look
him
how
to
many
play with.
toys Donny Cates.
Yeah,
His
But
toy
he's
chest
a
is
new-
You
out.
compare him.
He
You
does
can't
it.
compare him.
He's a new like up and coming.
Well, I guess so.
He doesn't have any.
I mean, I'm not trying to compare them. I'm just saying, like, as if you look at the toy chest, right? You're opening like the things that you can use, right?
No, but I think when Donnie look, I have no idea how he approaches writing a story, but I think when to me it seems like when Donnie Cates approaches a story, he sits there and goes, okay, I know this, I know this, I know this, and I know this. How can I incorporate these things into my story to give it continuity? And then to me, it seems like Snyder just looks at it and goes, oh wow. There's a whole world out there. I'm going to put this into it,
That's
and I'm going to
what he-
make
yeah,
it
that's
work.
what he
Right.
means by
Sure.
toy.
Right, and not worry about how it connects.
Yeah.
Until later,
Because, I mean,
and then
if
that's
you-
where you get the exposition
I
heavy
mean,
Snyder.
look what's going on in those first couple issues of Justice League. You've got Ultraviolet Core. You've got
Totality.
the totality.
You got the source wall.
You've got the source wall. You've got what is it? The one
You
the
got
slowdown.
The slow force.
the slow force.
Still force.
The still force.
Yeah, this is with all the way like
You
7
have
issues.
you have miniature Joker, and miniature Lex.
Exactly. I mean, and here's the thing: those two things that I actually thought was clever. Was them doing that with Superman and Martian Manhunter sending them in. I actually liked that a little bit, but it was just there was so much being thrown at you, you just couldn't keep it all straight. You know, you had all this stuff going over here with John, and then you had all this. I mean, it was really everybody was kind of separated when it's called the Justice League.
Right.
So shouldn't they all be together, fighting together? But really, everybody was just kind of all over the place.
Right. Everyone has their own titles to be on their own adventures.
Exactly. You know, like, and I understand you need to establish story, but story could be established. We've seen writers establish story within an issue, not 6.
Dude, look at Heroes in Crisis. What has Tom King done? He has the same toys that Scott Snyder has. And look what he's done in just like 2 issues. And we're hyped as fuck for this 3rd issue that came out today for Heroes in Crisis.
I think it's a little different because Crisis is like 9 issues. Like he has a 9-issue story to tell Justice League.
That's like,
got
yeah,
it.
he's
He's
probably
got to
gotta
create
do
this
it.
whole thing, like
Like
you
a
know.
whole arc.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's gonna be more than an arc. He's
Yeah,
probably
he
It's
said-
gonna be a trade.
He's probably
Yeah.
no. He's
He said
probably
he's
on
gonna
it
be
for
on
these
it.
50 issues.
Yeah, he said that. He said he's gonna be on for at least
So,
50 issues.
but see, what that tells me is okay. You've got Scott Snyder who's going to be on the book for 50 issues. We've got how many out of the way? 10. And there's so much going on in those first 10 issues. The 50 issues, there's going to be too much to handle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so much.
We'll see.
I mean,
The
I
tide
feel.
could
Now, I didn't-
turn by then. You
Yeah,
know?
it could, and,
It could change.
and I have hope. You know, if the Justice League book turns and I start hearing about how great the storyline is, I will jump right back on it. But for now, I'm not going to spend money on a book that I'm not enjoying. And I think back to the Batman with Snyder. And
New 52.
In New 52, and just how it built. You know, it started small and it built and it built and it built and it built.
It went to a strange but interesting place.
But it still was grounded.
Right.
There's no grounding in this
this,
Justice
yeah.
League at all. I mean, there's nothing. There's no through line. There's no character that you can follow and go, well, at least I can identify with him because he's the most grounded character in this book. There's nobody to do
They
that.
got Batman all in
With-
the cast.
Batman is literally benched.
Yes.
Bro, and I think that's Snyder doing this thing like, look, I can use other characters other than Batman.
Yeah. It's like let me show these people that I can write a story without Batman. Or,
Right, but he keeps
or
crippling the
somebody,
heavy hitters.
or somebody once challenged him and said, "You couldn't write a story with Batman being crippled." He's like, "Watch me." You know, it's kind of like the story with Nuclear Man. They bet Bendis, "You can't put Nuclear Man in the Superman story." He's like, "Oh yeah,
And he
watch
did.
me," and he did. So,
But Jack could be up to something of maybe, for all we know, the tides could turn. Hell,
yeah,
tides
I'm
have
hoping they
turned
do.
now. I don't know if you guys have already seen that of like all these previews of Batman and Outsiders. DC already canceled it, and it didn't even come out yet. And I even hate to even say it, they've canceled a lot of the New Age heroes that was supposed to be a big splash order.
Oh, I knew
Supposedly,
that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
the next unexpected, or what are they called? Yeah,
Terrific. No,
no, not the Terrific will continue. The expected and my boy Sideways will cancel, and that's sad as fuck. And then Damage is continuing. Silencer is
Me Man is gonna
continuing.
be so heartbroken that Sidewise.
Bro, I'm heartbroken.
Sideways.
Just George is heartbroken because he's past me. He's past me.
I mean, that
Yeah,
was.
but Me-Man's got his favorite movie, Venom, making all this money. So-
all that
all
money,
the money,
yo,
so
all
he
that
should be
money.
happy.
Great movie, yo. See
Great
how
movie.
See how that money
That
is
he
making?
still hasn't
Great
even
movie.
gone to go see on a $5 Tuesday.
Bro, you guys,
I'm
he's the
loving
biggest
it.
troll.
I'm loving
Bro,
it,
you
dude.
guys
Every
know
time
that?
he pops up with that shit, I'm like, oh, what can I say?
Yo, can I
What
just
can I
say
say?
this? Before like trolling became a word and a thing, he was doing. I can't explain that enough to people. Like on the Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the first
For
one.
the first
the first one. I don't know if you guys
Which is
remember.
Call of Duty 4.
Yeah, Modern Warfare. It would throw you into a party, right? Before
Yeah.
it split up the team. So you didn't know what teams you were going to be on. But of course, you're in your like party that you went into with it, you would be on the team. So my brother finds this guy. I'll never forget his name. Sniper Elite X. Yo, Sniper Elite X, you suck. You're like, bro, just starts trolling this guy before we even split up the teams. Guess who's on our team? Sniper Elite X. Guess who's getting shit the whole game from my brother? Sniper Elite X, bro.
I mean,
Like,
that was COD back in the day. Though. Everyone did
Bro,
that. Everyone
yo,
just talked
bro,
shit.
Yo, but I'm talking about like, we're not even in the game yet. This guy's like not even in the game. He's just by name. You know what? You're like just trolls everybody, bro. Of course he's never seen Venom, bro. But it's a great movie if you ask him, because you know why?
And
Just making all the money.
Making all that money.
And Justin
all the
said
money.
doesn't it make you want to see it less, Justin?
Yeah. I'm not gonna say it. Oh well, no, I take that back.
If it's on like on demand, it's
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I'll wait for premium
Yeah.
channels.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
if it's on
Netflix.
demand. Yes.
Oh, I gotta. Just give
Kevin,
it a
let me
chance,
ask you this:
but
you don't
I'm-
think it was worth your $5 that you saw?
It was what?
Didn't you see it for $5?
Oh, I did not see it for $5.
Oh, no, you
I
didn't?
went off on a whim that my fiance just, hey, let's go to the movies, and I was like, all right, cool. What's out? Fuck, then fine, whatever. But I think it's worth $5.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
So it's not worth the $10 that you paid.
No, I paid more. I paid more, way more. I saw it in IMAX. The IMAX.
That's your,
my
but that's
God, why
your
would you do
problem,
that?
bro.
Jesus fucking
Yeah,
Christ.
no, I
What's
saw
wrong
it
with
for,
the fucking
see, I
people,
paid
though?
$20
Yeah, you trying to say no to
for
my
me and my girl
fiance.
to go see it for a night. And like I said, I don't think it was some groundbreaking movie, but I felt like I was entertained. It was a nice night for me and my fiance. My fiance, I swear on my life, keeps asking me when it's coming out so we can purchase it. So you best believe December
That's
11th, digitally, I'll have to be buying it
You already
because
got
she,
it.
because she's been asking me for it. She loved the movie that much. I hate to say that.
Give it to her, wrap it and
Bro.
everything. Tell her that's your Christmas present. Don't bother me again.
Bro, it's
Digital
just,
wrap.
it's too funny. But I mean,
Look, once I heard that this is gonna hurt MCU's chances of keeping Spider-Man because now you know.
but
No,
I know,
I don't understand that debate.
Well, the whole thing is the idea that
I know I said
Sony.
that.
I'm sorry, I lost
I know,
the
I know I
full flavor.
said that like crazy, like kind of being out there. Of course, through the show, I try to like say, controversy, but I also really believe that's happening, man, because they're making so much money
Yeah.
off of this. They made so much money off the Spider-Man game, and if you not, and you know what's not helping it, and this is a great transition. Those reviews for the
For Spider-Man.
Spider-Man,
Not
for
reviews,
Spider-Man,
reactions,
bro.
because the embargo is still not lifted yet,
That-
but it's just reactions.
Yeah, but I'm just saying those. I feel like that's Sony.
There's always a sequel planned too.
Yeah, sequel and a
spin-off.
spin-off. An all-female
Trio,
spin-off.
Yeah.
But the idea that they're making so much money, so Sony's getting the idea in their heads that we do know what we're doing, so we don't have to have Marvel's help.
Right, but
we
I
can
don't
do
think
it
they're-
ourselves.
But I think they're right. No, I think they're thinking of we can make this much money and we don't need the Spider-Man character.
And-
It already outsold
See,
the first
no.
Raimi film.
No, think about this. You're absolutely right. They're making all
Wait,
this
is
money
that
without
adjusted for
Spider-Man.
inflation?
Imagine
What we can make with Spider-Man.
For real,
Bro,
that was a while ago.
That's it's gonna be. It's
No,
gonna
no,
be
no. He
crazy.
said it outdid the Raimi film.
Right,
Raimi
which
was
is still
so
the
long
highest.
ago.
Right, but it's still the highest grossing
Spider-Man.
If you've got-
Spider-Man film
if you've got
live action.
if you've got 6 silver bricks and 1 gold brick, are you gonna toss out the 1 gold brick for your 6 silver
Right, but
bricks?
if your
No.
6 silver bricks is still outselling your 1 gold brick,
But you're
But
fuck
it's
the
still,
gold
but
brick.
it's still a gold brick.
You're one gold brick that
We're
now that
talking-
you've set up in an
You don't throw out
MCU
gold,
that people
don't do
are
that.
are behind. And I'll tell you this: Sony has this money.
If you
They
want, you
throw
can
money
donate
at
it to
Tom
me.
Holland. People love Tom Holland Spider-Man right now, and if they
Yeah.
throw that money on Tom Holland and Tom Holland jumps to Sony,
Well,
forget about
But
it.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Right, it
Because Tom Holland was hired by Marvel.
yeah, right, and
So-
contractually obligated through Marvel.
So
Studios.
once the whole Sony thing ends, with Marvel, it's gonna be a new Spider-Man. It's not gonna be Tom Holland because he was hired by Marvel.
Right.
Yeah,
True.
it
Well,
has to
whatever.
be a new-
And
They
then-
have to bring somebody.
But
else.
what
Right.
happens
And then
if
he'll-
after that he fulfills his contract?
Right, he has a choice
And
to
what
walk.
happens if Sony decides, yo, we got all this money, bro. We like what you did over there. And they throw him a ton of money to come into their universe. You guys think that that's not possible?
No, true. No,
No, you're right.
Fine.
So like
But
I'm
it'll
just
be a
saying,
new contract. It
But-
won't be
no,
connected
I-
to this MCU.
but because
you
the
would have
I
to-
think Disney
the
will beat
MCU
them
contract
in the money
is
war.
Right.
But you would
Alright.
have to hope that there's not a non-compete in his
Well,
in his
Oh,
And-
true.
But
Oh,
Marcos,
contract.
to your point, it doesn't matter what Disney has in the war because Sony owns Spider-Man and their contract's done. So regardless,
but see, Disney could be clever and I don't put it past them. They could put a non-compete in
No,
his
no.
contract. So
no,
he
for
can't-
Holland for sure. Regardless, but Sony still has the rights to Spider-Man. So even
Yeah.
if they get Tom Holland, they can still bring Spider-Man to their universe, and you'll lose
Just
Spider-Man
recast. Yeah, just
in the
recast him.
MCU
Exactly,
because
yeah.
exactly it'll be recasted, and you won't have Spider-Man in the MCU. It'll be back as a Sony product.
I don't want it to happen.
I don't either.
That sounds like worst
that's what
case
made me.
scenario.
That's what made me mad. And that's why
Now
I didn't want
Marcos
to
is
spend the
thinking
money.
about it.
Spider-Man just needs to be in a shared universe. Alright?
Yes.
All these characters, like the mutants,
Yeah, we don't-
freaking everyone.
And we
like,
don't know
on the
if
same
like
planet,
Venom's
alright?
success came off of Spider-Man. A lot of it probably did.
Right,
Yeah.
off the game and
Well,
the
no,
hype for
I think a lot of the
Spider-Verse.
success, to your point, Chris, is people hoping that it was successful enough that they would bring Venom into the MCU or like somehow this would
Right.
adapt into that. You know, but I don't think people were thinking of
The opposite happening.
it backfiring, and that's exactly kind of like what you're seeing.
Well, it's also completely different than the MCU movies, and that's what people are embracing is the idea that this is not your typical Marvel superhero movie. This is an anti-hero movie, and that's really what's selling the movie overseas. Is it's not the cookie cutter,
Right,
you know,
it's
lucky
true,
shiny
it's not.
smiley face Marvel movie. It's different,
Yeah.
and that's what people are liking.
I don't know. I'm still taking the stance of I believe Sony thinks they could continue with a Spider-Man-less universe.
Even though they failed the second time around.
No,
Actually, what'll
no,
sell it-
exactly to that
actually-
point, extending that point. They failed with Spider-Man.
is-
Now a Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man is now booming. I'm thinking, and I'm taking the stance that right,
Oh, but see,
one movie
Kevin,
has surpassed.
I'm sorry,
Wonder
I'm
Woman,
thinking the
first
opposite.
Spider-Man.
I'm thinking the opposite. To your point, with these first,
I
two-
already get your sense. I'm just saying
No,
I
but-
still stand on mine.
But think about this though. You don't have to do the origin, all that other stuff that we don't want to see from Spider-Man, right? You, literally, to what his point is, you're just taking them and you're just plugging them in.
Mm-hmm.
You're just plugging them in, man. Like, like I feel like it's just.
You don't
It-
think they're gonna do an origin?
No, I don't think so.
Oh fuck!
They wouldn't
you
need
were
it.
just there. Of course.
I don't think. I think they would just plug them in.
They always do whatever. When was the last time you saw them not doing origins?
For Spider-Man,
For Homecoming, there was no origin.
Yeah, but that's
Has
not
been
Sony.
an
I want to
origin.
see
Yeah.
that origin
Right, that's
in the
part of
MCU.
Marvel Studios.
But it's-
out of curiosity,
But-
I want to see that version of Spider-Man's origin, like maybe in a comic, so I can see everything that went down. You know,
I would be happy
Like,
with just
he-
a flashback.
each,
Yeah, just a flashback. I don't need.
yeah,
Yo,
something like that.
man, alright.
But like,
I'm not saying we need it.
Yo, you know what? Flashback was the perfect origin, man. I don't care what anyone says about this, bro. Batman vs Superman when they kill his parents, bro. That whole origin right there in 2 minutes, bro. Snyder killed that. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, and that was shot
You didn't need
beautiful.
It can be
you
well
didn't
done.
need anything else more than that. How many
Well,
Batman origin stories did we get?
and here's the
yeah,
thing.
I know.
Like fucking him flying into the fucking. I hated that shit.
What the
first
pearls?
5 minutes? No, not the of him like in the
Oh,
cave just.
Yeah, but
flying.
it was a dream though. He states it
fucking
in the
dumb.
dream. In
I
the dream.
hated that shit.
No, but I like the leading up to that point. The whole scene of his parents dying.
Yeah.
That whole scene, beautifully shot.
See, all
And the
I
origin,
need-
real quick.
All I need out of a Spider-Man origin is Ben dying on the sidewalk and him telling him.
Yeah, but we didn't even get that.
But I'm saying that's all I need. I
You
don't
get
need.
that in
I don't
the
need. I don't need the
Bro, they
spider
don't-
biting him.
Right,
I mean,
I
as
don't
much
need
as,
that.
as
I
much as we
I
all
want to
love
know where the
Homecoming,
spider came from. Is it Oscorp this time? Is it something else?
True.
You
Okay.
know? Like-
Okay. If you're getting into those kind of questions, fine. I feel
Yeah, but
then
see,
we do
stuff
need
like that can be
flashbacks.
handled within the story. That doesn't have. We don't need to see that. We could just talk about that. It's like, oh,
That could be a single line.
yeah. It could really just be done in the dialogue.
I just want them to do it. You know, like in some capacity, just
Whether it's
answer these
flashback
questions.
or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
well, we
I'm
didn't
You
get.
don't have to devote a whole
I
movie
mean,
or
in
half an
Homecoming,
hour,
you didn't get a lot of like, I guess his origin. You don't get the
He
spider
just
bite.
says
You
it.
don't
He
get-
just says when
You
when
don't-
I
yeah,
don't
but-
take responsibility for my actions, that's what the bad stuff happens.
Yeah,
That's it.
and then also too, you get Noah Benton. I mean, as much as we love Homecoming, but how vital are those parts in Spider-Man? I guess
Plus,
not.
if they casted Uncle Ben, he has to be old enough to be a father figure to
And
Peter,
hot enough to
but
be
hot enough to be
Yeah,
married
yeah.
to Kristen Tomei.
You know what? We're ending it on that note. We're ending it on that
We're
note.
ending it on Bay.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I
On
want
man.
John Hamm to be fucking.
All right.
Somebody believable. Somebody you're not gonna watch the movie and go, nah, not buying it, buddy. Not buying it, bro.
You are not Uncle Ben.
No.
alright?
All right. Well,
You and her, fuck that. No
we
way.
want to thank Corcus for having us here tonight. We want to thank Tom. Javi, thank you for guiding us through the airwaves. Justin, as always, thank you. Mr. Red Carpet, waiting for the wedding. Chris, from Mad Cave Studios. Make sure you go check them out and follow them on all their social media at Mad Cave Studios.
He's a better promoter than me.
Yeah, I try. You can, of course, check me out at Chad90MF Comics on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Marcos, where can we find you? Where can people find you? Facebook. You can find Marcos on Facebook. But Marcos, thank you for joining us as well. Shout out to Joe. We'll see you guys next week. And remember, go get your books.
Thanks
Get
for
your
having me.
books.
Bye, guys.
Damn, I didn't realize the time.
We
Sweet.
were having fun. It doesn't matter.
Cool. What up, guys? We got 2 people up in here. We're live. We just got them recorded 90 miles from comics. What up? Comic Head.
What's good?
We got a couple people up in here. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you go check us out on iTunes, SoundCloud, or Stitcher. We're gonna get ready to pack up. I'm not sure how much more we're gonna be doing right now. Sorry I couldn't respond to anyone.
Tour.
Yeah, I could do a little tour of Corca Comics. Wasn't able to respond back to you guys on the live chat because we were recording. I will figure that out for next time. But I think I'm gonna start doing this more often. It's kind of cool. We got Tom and Dave up in here. Dave, I'll have that money next time we come.
No problem.
I'm cool with that. Tom, let me know.
Yep. Yep.
We gotta talk about that
No, my legs are killing me.
anti-venom.
I found it.
Did you? All right, sweet. We gotta make that happen.
Copies that I have.
Oh, really? Sweet. Oh yeah, we're live actually. That's my local comic book guy, Tom. He finds me all my books, everything I need. So it's after hours. They just closed up. Thank you once again, Tom, for letting us record up in here. So. Oh yeah, no, you can turn it off. We're gonna pack up. There's still 2 people watching us, so I figured I'd just give a quick tour of the shop. Look at this Doom, man. This statue is sick. But yeah, this is where I pick up my books every week. Yo, so RJ's been moving these slabs up here, huh?
$800. Like,
For who? What was up there?
whatever was up there, I don't know.
This dude spent some money today, man.
What
Bought stuff for me, bought stuff for RJ.
what books did he get? Can you recall? Oh man.
The one that I remember off the top of my head was that one with Adam Warlock on it that was up there. I told him to buy the Uncanny X-Men
Bro.
100, and it looks like he did.
Yeah, damn.
And I don't remember what the other ones were.
You should have left that one for me, Tom. What were you doing?
I told you guys.
I know. Yo, but he slept. The one he should have got was the first appearance of him. Right?
You gotta drop
I think that's what you got with that. More like.
And
Yeah, but that Warlock one is that. Oh, he doesn't know what he's.
Price. And I said, look, if I
Some slab books over here. All right, Javi, you packing up for me? Appreciate you, bro. We still got some people live, so I'm just doing this tour. Heel Hunter, he's back. What up, Joe? Welcome back, dog. We missed you today.
Joe.
We missed you, bro. It's not the same without you. Actually, let me see if I can. Yeah, it's still here. It's actually graded 7.5 for 350. Comic Head. It's RJ up in Corca Comics. Oh, so what happened with these, yo?
Oh yeah.
There we go.
He did it? For that price?
Yeah, he said yes.
What about the other one?
I wanted to make sure. Wait, you wanted this one or this one?
I wanted that one.
Because you already have that.
Yeah. I don't have it graded, but
35. Let's see, I might be able to. I might be able to do something with this one. This was tough to find price on because when I was looking it up, nobody had one listed. Great look again. Dave's gonna look it up.
alright.
But I can get a price for you because he's gonna come in on Saturday.
Alright, just let me know. Damn. I'm jealous, yo. Oh, I just rotated this guy. Leave him with this.
I'm not getting it today, but I'm getting it.
No?
No, but I'm getting it.
Let's show the people. 9.6, slabbed, signed.
You're getting the 8s, though. 9.8.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but
This is
that's
just
the
an
first
awesome
appearance. Yeah, bro, but this is the first appearance of the guy right there.
Yeah.
That's why that one's a little better.
I'm going to, but not right now. I'm just
Okay. I told him that. I told him you were here, so I chose you for you.
Because I completely forgot about what they were. I remember you had them, but I just couldn't remember what they were.
I just couldn't remember the prices, but I thought.
Yo, how much are you selling that Immortal Hulk for?
$10.
Can you put that in my box?
You know what that is, right?
Yeah, first appearance.
Yeah.
I know. Put it in my box.
There you go. I knew I put that up there for a reason today.
Yeah, thanks. I know you already showed it.
Smash.
Yeah. Immortal Hulk, if you guys aren't ready, check it out. That's his first appearance. Tom's already closed up, so we don't want to bother him too much.
If you find a set for the Immortal Hulk.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Were we making a set of that for? Justin asked me about it. I think he's still gotta find the other ones.
No rush.
Yeah, the last set sold for $70.
Really?
Yeah. I lucked out. I got mine for 40.
Yeah,
I
the
just
last-
got mine
the
for
last
40.
set of 1 through 8 sold for 70.
If you have a set, let me know.
Guys, if you have not read Immortal Hulk yet, check it out because it's super hot. As we just found out, the last set just sold for $70, man. We're still alive, man. I was trying to. Actually, no, we'll flip it back over, Javi. I was getting ready to pack up, but then, you know, more people came up. So we're still hanging out. I gotta pack up some stuff, so I'm gonna set this back up here as we do that. As I. Oh, there it is.
I really don't want them to walk away. I want
Army Hammer.
I just
Don't
think
Army Hammer.
Appreciate everyone joining the live feed.
I just think Snyder,
They're both very handsome.
he fucked up, man. Like he was capable of this great work, and then DC's just like, you know what, we should hire him.
Why does
He's
it keep
capable,
doing
and he
that?
just completely fucking dropped
No, it's the other. I think it's the other way around. I think they're like, we don't have any plans right now. And he's like, all right, cool, fuck
Let
you.
me get this packed up.
Well,
Yo,
I mean, what happened with
like,
Justice
Comic
League
Head,
is like
he
midway
basically
through
was
the
Your
the
show-
shot
chick
ain't
in a-
weak,
in a
man. You
relationship
just
that
gotta
was
find
only
another
sexual.
one, maybe.
And he was just like, hey, so what are we? And WB's like, bro, get the fuck out of here. We're not these serious.
Sweet.
So he's gonna be like,
Appreciate
okay,
you, brother.
cool. I have some.
Well, the reason he left was because his daughter died.
Oh,
In the middle of filming
Snyder. I
Justice
thought you were
League.
still
I don't
talking
think
Cavill.
No,
I thought you were still talking Cavill.
No, I'm talking to Zack Snyder.
Yeah, that was.
I think he dropped the ball.
That was after. Yeah, that
He
was.
has directed good films, you know, like
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
you
Put back
watch
out
him,
there.
you
Still
know,
change your
That
mind.
remake was awesome.
Exactly. He does
I'll
the
grab this. Do we have? Yeah, we still got someone on. One person on.
You're right. This is the.
Probably gonna head out soon, guys, but
Chad, look at
he
this.
put out another one.
All you're paying for is having the break.
I'm just waiting for you to bring it. That's all.
All right, cool.
I
All right,
got
yeah.
your book.
All right, cool. Then we'll have to do that.
That's like an $80
What am I looking at?
There's 3 different versions of this. Somebody listed one they've got for $230 for the 3.
Not signed, but still, you get the virgin and
shipping.
the black and white version.
Damn. So how much does that mean that's gonna mean?
That's what
It's
I
hard to
told
tell.
him the best I would think this would be was like $70 or $80 with the signature because it's the, this guy's asking $230 for all of these.
The
Gotcha.
Venom symbol looks like a tongue.
Yeah, if you can get it for that, I mean, I'm down for 70 or 80. If you can get it for that,
I'll,
I'm cool
I'll
with
see him
that.
this weekend. I'll see what he says.
Sweet.
He's got a pile of books like this big after going to the convention and getting all this stuff sent out to get graded, and he put a rush on it.
No,
so
I know.
they
I
came
was here
back
last
faster.
week. And you guys were talking about that.
Yeah.
Right.
So now he's in need of money.
That's crazy.
He's just gonna use to empty his file, so that's cool.
Sweet.
He's gonna buy his books. He's Jones and he wants to buy his books.
Word. No, for sure. And then I got to
Just take the other one for the store.
some pops over here. Yeah, so that anti-venom, and then when Flash becomes Venom. And then I know you still have that all Sinner set too, right? So maybe we just do it all together. If that's cool. So let me know, and then I'll probably be by drop off Tom Cash for that because I got to catch up on that Old Man Hawkeye.
Yeah, we just traded something for that, so
Oh yeah.
for that, yeah. So when you give him that, it's just gonna go right to the store. So
Oh, all right, cool. You guys wheeling and dealing. So that's my cork. It was like wheeling and dealing, huh? Too funny. All right. Well, I guess soon we're gonna have to get out of here. Thank y'all for watching. Appreciate ya. Corky Comics. Check out 90 Miles from Comics. iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher. We got all these trades over here. They got sets over here too, which is cool. These are all just like full-blown sets put together. They had a great big sale over here this past weekend, so a lot of their books are gone. So, thanks for checking us out, guys. We'll see y'all later. Appreciate it.
There's a crate you need to